Hello, this is Dr. Stanley Lang, and welcome to this presentation. I have a question for you. What do you do to grow in enthusiasm when you're experiencing disappointment? And the question comes to mind because of thinking about the role of hope and how do I maintain hope at a high level? And then enthusiasm is something we feel inside, but also something that people experience on the outside. We readily recognize in a moment an enthusiastic person versus one who is not. And so, enthusiasm being such a powerful force to touch the lives of other people, how can we maintain a high level of enthusiasm when we're experiencing disappointment? So, disappointment tends to be the needle that punctures the balloon and quickly lets the energy of enthusiasm very quickly fade away. And so, one of the things that I would like to point out is that we are experiencing multiple areas of hope at the same time. We have personal areas where hope is at work in terms of relationships. How our own health might be going might be an issue of hope. How work is going, and in all of these things, all these different areas, hope is something that describes how I am expecting God to bring good out of the situation. So if I'm wanting this and I get this, and it's a pretty big difference between the two, it's very easy to quickly drift into a lot less enthusiasm, even a little bit of despair about the situation, rather than to experience a high level of enthusiasm, which naturally flows when I have a high degree of expectation that God is going to bring good out of this situation, whatever the situation might be. So, one of the things that I think is helpful is to become very attuned to the times when I start to notice my enthusiasm for whatever I'm doing decreasing. Because if my enthusiasm is decreasing, it's a sign that I am subtly, at the very least, maybe not so subtly, dissatisfied with what's going on. I'm dissatisfied with the outcomes, and it's taking away my energy to give to the situation. And that creates a sort of barriers within me for the love of God to flow into the situation and change it. What I've discovered is that when I notice that my enthusiasm for doing something decreases, if I take that as a signal that I really need to turn and focus on praising God for the good that He is and the love that He is, and thanking Him for the things that He is doing and has done, if I focus a lot on that for as long as I can, my mind immediately goes away from the things that are causing me disappointment, maybe even at a subconscious level, and I can quickly get back into a level of enthusiasm, of expecting God to bring good out of the situation. Now, if you have never reached a point of expecting God to bring good out of a situation, then you're not going to get there very quickly. All of a sudden, the first experience of Jesus coming into our lives and bringing good into me is critical. But once I've had that experience, it's very easy to shift back into that through praise and thanksgiving, and that automatically pushes my level of hope up. I'm expecting good to happen in this circumstance or that circumstance. So when I sense that energy and enthusiasm is decreasing, I probably am somewhat disappointed in some aspect or multiple aspects of my life. It's an automatic signal: turn and start thanking and praising God. And that focus on God will take my mind off of the stuff I'm disappointed in, number one, and number two, it opens me fully to what the grace that God has been wanting to give me all along, but I wasn't able to receive because I wasn't focused on God. So praise and thanksgiving is the way to focus. There is no better way to focus. And the more we do it during the day, even if we're really, really busy, the more we do it during the day, the more I will experience hope and optimism that God is going to bring good out of whatever the situation might be. So I encourage you to grow in enthusiasm. Sense the enthusiasm that is part of walking with Jesus, and your life will be a whole lot happier, and you're going to see God doing wonderful things around you because your eyes are open to what He's doing all along. So I wish you well. God bless and have a good day.